Hi, I'm Jim Parks, a member of the Camera Club of Oak Ridge. I would like to demonstrate my method to mount photos on black foam board for displaying photos at our annual photo salon. To begin with, I will be mounting this 12 by 16 photo on this 16 by 20 foam board. I'm going to be using a little bit different technique than what the directions for the adhesive that I'll be using today. I like to use a gift wrapping tissue paper to trap some of the glue and to eliminate having to get it out, to sort of cut down on getting some of the glue on my hands and so forth. The type of adhesive that we'll be using is made by 3M. Comes in this box here, and we'll open it up. It's a roll that is 16 inches wide and 50 feet long. It comes with a special positionable mounting adhesive liner, or it's a release kind of paper that the adhesive will not stick to on this side. It also comes with a squeegee for pressing the adhesive to the photo and then to the mat. I purchased this one from B&H at a cost of about $50, and you can do approximately 50 12 by 16 prints, and that works out to be $1 a foot if you don't waste any, but I usually waste a little bit in order to. I think it's important to get the edges of the photo covered with adhesive, and to prevent any way of actually taking some away from the edges. It also comes with directions, and we'll be repeating some of those there, but not exactly, because I'm going to deviate a little bit by using the tissue paper. I normally purchase the black foam board at Jerry's Artorama in Knoxville. It comes in a sheet, is 32 by 40 inches, and presently is on sale for $5.39. And I normally cut this into 4 16 by 20 inch pieces using the store's cutter myself. They'll either cut it for you and charge you for it, or you can actually cut it yourself then. Some equipment that I use and find useful, first of all, is a 18 by 24 inch self-adhealing artist cutting mat. The one I'm using is a Creative Mark translucent one that I purchased at Jerry's. The cost is approximately, the list price is about $28, but they always give a discount, and so it winds up costing somewhere between, let's say, $15 and $18, depending on if you get a solid color or the translucent. The translucent is a little bit more expensive. Also find I like to use an X-Acto knife. This one has break-off blades, and so when the blade gets dull, you can just simply break off the tip and there will be a fresh one there. I also like to use a Speedball soft rubber. The official name is a brayer, but it's also a roller. It has very soft rubber and is very nice for making, sort of ironing out the print so that you get all bubbles and get the adhesive to adhere very well to the foam board and the photo. As I said, this plastic squeegee comes with the adhesive roll. A metal straight edge is, or some sort of ruler, or tape measure is important. You have to make measurements. Scissors are always handy. a pencil and a art gum eraser is very important. And as I said, sheets of tissue paper, the type that is used for gift wrapping, is what I'm going to use in this demo. And I'm also a big user of paper towels because I'm always getting adhesive or something on my fingers and need to clean that up. So, I'm mounting this 12 by 16 inch print onto the 16 by 20 foam board, and with that centered, that leaves a 2-inch border around each side, and I have made a fine line in pencil 2 inches from the top and from the left side for aligning the tissue. For aligning the photo. So the first thing to do is to unroll the mounting adhesive, which I'll do here, and then I'm going to lay the print down on it like so, and if I needed to pick it up I could, but we won't do that. And the nice use for the knife then is I can just very quickly then cut this off and take my roll back up and leave that off to the side then. And now this is where I like to use the tissue paper. I'm going to unroll this like so, and then I'm going to put this down on face down, and now I'm going to roll this back and forth, and part of this will attach to the tissue paper. The excess of adhesive that I'm not going to need to cover the back of the photo. And once I get this going here, I do find that, just to make sure, it's nice to use this squeegee, particularly on the edges of the print. And if you don't have a roller, the squeegee would do just fine. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the knife to trim right up to the edge of the photo, and I think I can do this easily. It turns out that the edge of the photo is just thick enough that it acts sort of as a guide to keep your knife going straight then. And let's see, we'll go this way. The backing on the adhesive is just clear enough or translucent enough for me to actually see where the edge of the photo is and to follow its edge down. And we'll This is also a reason to have this self-adheling mat. You don't have to worry about cuts into the mat. It will recover very nicely. And hopefully that did that. As you'll see in this technique of using the tissue paper, I'll actually use 2 sheets, but the other sheet will be just used on top, and it's really not wasted. It can be used again, but of course this one now is wasted and can't be used again. So what we have here now is the photo. The tissue paper is sort of stuck to it by the edges, but we'll get rid of that. So now we're ready then to mount the photo, and in this case I have put 2 lines here at 2 inches from the top and 2 inches from the left. But first, before we actually do that, we've got to remove the backing now. And if we have sufficiently squeegeed the adhesive onto the back of the photo, when I remove this backing plate, it should stay on okay then. So that looks like it's doing very well. Now off this, and we should be ready to then do the alignment. That looks pretty good. I do have a little piece of paper right there. In fact, we can go ahead and take this paper off. And you can use the knife to lift it up and see if we can't get it aligned with the top 2 marks. Now my left marks. Check the dimensions here. Not quite right. So we'll try again. Lift it up. See if that did it. 2 inches, perfect. So the print is now positioned on the foam board. And I will use now that second piece of tissue, which I will lay down on top here. We could probably get by without using that, or we could use the other positionable paper, the release paper. I actually think this is somewhat fun and relaxing to do this. This is like ironing. Not that I like to iron. And just to be sure that I get the edges, I'm going to go around the edges with the squeegee over the paper. As you say, I don't want to ruin the surface of my print, and this tissue paper does help prevent that. So, and we could go ahead and use the another choice would be to use the release paper right on top of it. That would work just as well, and it's a little bit more substantial to do that. I get a little glue on my fingers, but that's okay, it'll come off. And so here we have our print mounted as it should be. I hope this has been helpful, and I like this technique. It's not too messy. I'm not very good at using the spray techniques. I also used another brand of material made by Bainbridge, which is called Studio Tack, and as far as I can tell right now, they have quit making that, and so I have now started using this 3M brand of adhesive mounting material. So I think this results in a very permanently affixed photo to the foam board, and should not be peeling off and dropping off during the salon, and should be now ready for hanging in the salon gallery. Thank you for your attention, and hope to see your prints hanging in our annual salon. Thanks.